Welcome back. I think I'm gonna do the 100 coin missions now because the other ones I kind of have to think too much, and I want to, at least for the next couple episodes, I just want to concentrate on what I'm saying as much as I can. I had an idea like on Tuesday, today's Friday, that I guess I had watched the end of Stranger Things, the 3rd season, and I didn't really like the 3rd season, but there was a speech at the end. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but the police chief Hopper gives a speech, like in a note, and I really liked that speech, and it reminded me of one of my favorite songs. So that's all I really wanted to say, because in the next episode I'll talk more about the song. Give me that blue coin. Can I get this? Okay. So I haven't shared these videos at all, like online, or I think sometimes on YouTube you can. I think what people do, I mentioned this before, is like they'll subscribe to people who might watch their videos, and that's one way to share your video, is to like just subscribe to people, and then they'll be like, who subscribed to me, and then they'll watch your video. But I haven't done any of that. Somehow I've still gotten a couple views. I don't know how that works. But I had the idea that I could maybe share, it's not like an analysis of the song Cave In, but like I can just talk about why I like it. And then maybe I could share that video on the Owl City subreddit, which is kind of scary for me to share something like that. I still don't know if I'll go through with it, but I've been doing this for like 5 months, and I haven't had an idea of how to share it, and I kind of want to, because it would help with my goal, I think, if people watched, even if it was just a couple people, of just like reducing my anxiety and stuff. I think it would help if people were watching. Not a lot of people, just just a couple. Somebody watched my Pac-Man video, like the whole thing, which is crazy. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. Sometimes I watch the videos, but I don't think I watched that one. And I looked on like the analytics, and it was like it only had a couple views, and one of the watch times was like 25 minutes or something. I was like, whoa, somebody watched that whole video. So I want to save that for next time. I want to also, so I thought it would be good, like I didn't want to do it right away because I might be nervous, so, and I feel like sometimes the first episode I do isn't the best, because like maybe just because I don't talk that much during the day and I have to like get warmed up or something. I mean, none of the episodes I do are very good, but I feel more comfortable talking after I've done it for like half an hour or whatever already. And that's the other thing. I want to I want my videos to be like denser. Like, I only want to do an episode if I have like a note or something to talk about. I don't want to do it to just like play the game. Oh no, I don't have the hat. I don't know if I know the other levels as good as I know this one to get the 100 coins. Where'd you get the hat? So I want to make sure like the episodes are like 15 to 20 minutes long, and I have something to talk about for each one. Because I was watching some Pokemon episodes I did, and I didn't really like them. I thought like I'm not really talking about anything. And that's kind of the whole point. So I wanted to preface the next video with a bunch of stuff, so that way I can just get like right into it next time, and I don't have to say all this like prefacey stuff, and that way I can post it and it can be like an actual review and not just like 10 minutes of me prefacing it with stuff and 5 minutes of an actual review. That wasn't a good shot, Mario. This is gonna take a while. So I guess I'm a little bit embarrassed that Owl City is my favorite band or musician or whatever. When it comes to music, I don't really know what makes me like a song, really, or... Oh, this isn't good. Or even like what makes music objectively good. Like I think I'm pretty good at that with movies and TV shows and I don't know, paintings. I can tell if a painting is good. Like I know why Picasso is a good painter. But when it comes to music, I don't know like really at all what makes a song good or composed well, or why I even like a song. Oop. There should be a blue coin switch somewhere. I was yesterday I was looking at like the Billboard charts for some reason, and the #1 song is called Old Town Road, and I feel like I'd heard that name before, and for some reason I don't listen to the radio that much, so I don't really like know what's the #1 song or whatever, but I heard that name, but I never heard the song. And it's been #1 for like 16 weeks or something crazy like that. And I was looking on Wikipedia, and it's like only 3 songs have been #1 longer than that song. So I was like, okay, I'll listen to it. And it's like 2 minutes long, and I really didn't like it at all. I don't really get... I don't think other people are... I think other people are like me, like they don't know what makes a song good. And when it comes to like TV and movies, usually most of the time good stuff rises to the top. Like I mean, Game of Thrones is objectively like a well-produced show. Like, I didn't like the last season that much, but it's really good. I think objectively and critically, it is really a good show. and it's the most popular show on TV. It was for like the past 6 years or whatever. I just need 2 more coins. So it would be like, I don't know, I'm definitely speaking out of turn here, but it seems to me like that Old Town Road song being number 1 would be if like a reality show was the most watched. Like if the Kardashian show was like the most watched or the most popular show on TV. Whoops, oh, almost fell. And like I don't like the Avengers movies that much, but they're definitely well, I mean, it's the same thing, like they're well thought out and well produced, and oops, gotta get in that cannon. I only need 1 more. Like it's not like the DC movies ever get critically praised, and because they're bad and everybody can see that. I'm gonna die at 99 coins. Oh, I can just grab those. Okay, here we go. Oh, I didn't die. Where am I? Oh, I thought I was dead. Oof. I hope I get another shot at this. Okay. There must be some easier coins. There it is. I think the draw distance on the stars is a little bit better, so I can just shoot at it. Yeah, okay. I did it. So there was a song in Captain Spirit that I really liked. It's called Death with Dignity. And it's by this guy I never heard of. His name is Sufjan Stevens. I guess that's how you pronounce it. But like, I looked him up online and I never heard his name before, and he's like super like critically acclaimed and popular. And I was like, oh, maybe or he was at least just super critically acclaimed, but he wasn't that popular. So I was just thinking, for some reason, maybe music is different than movies or other media, like just popular stuff is never good, and like critically acclaimed stuff is never popular. So maybe that's the case. I don't know. Then I listened to his other songs, and I like them, but I just never really feel like listening to them. So I guess that's probably why it's not super popular. But I do really like that song. wanted to talk about I guess I was thinking about this just in relation to like Stranger Things, is like a lot of the shows now are getting compressed. Like Game of Thrones was 10 episodes and now Stranger Things is 8 episodes. And I'm worried that a lot of TV is going to try to like copy Game of Thrones and be like spectacle TV with like, and I think that's kind of what Stranger Things did in their last couple episodes. It's like, it's mostly just like big set pieces of like battles and like monsters attacking, and I like that kind of stuff. But if it takes up half of your show, there's just no room for me to care about the characters and like develop your characters. I still feel like the last season of Game of Thrones did a good balance of that. I just didn't like the decisions they made. But if they had made different decisions, I would have liked it more. There was enough character development there. I just didn't like the kind of character development. And the same thing, I guess, with Stranger Things. There was like the first half, there was a bunch of character development stuff. But I just didn't really like think any of it was interesting. Like they spent a lot of time with Mike and Eleven, and it was kind of boring. And I guess I'll have to spoil it. I feel like they definitely should have spent. Hopper should have been like the focus of the season, and they should have really developed him more. And I feel like they didn't really do that. What did he really do in that season? That was interesting. He beat up the mayor. What did he do? I don't know. I still, even though it was just like a really good speech at the end that I really liked. And I am curious to see where they go in the fourth season. The most interesting character in the show for me is... Okay, I don't remember this. Is Steve Harrington, his character? I feel like he has the most interesting arc. I've only watched each season once, so I'm not like an expert on it, but he definitely sticks out in my mind for some reason as being like the most interesting character in the show. From where he starts to now, he changes the most, I guess, and I enjoyed, like, they kind of split up the season into like 3 separate adventures, and I liked his adventure the most, with him and the girl and the kid. I forget their names. I forget how to make this dang eel come out. Okay, I'm a little nervous. I'm almost at the end of the episode. I have to talk about Gaven. Anything else about Stranger Things? Oh, so some companies, or I mean like Amazon and Netflix they're starting to like try to fill the Game of Thrones void. And so Amazon has a Lord of the Rings show coming, and Netflix has The Witcher. And they spent like millions or even billions of dollars on this. Let's see see if I can figure out how to get this eel to come out. But if the show is like gonna be a spectacle thing, I mean, I guess people will watch it just for the spectacle, but I won't like it, and I think most people won't like it, like they didn't like the last season of Game of Thrones. And I guess this is kind of a problem that will just solve itself, because you can only really make this mistake once. Like, you can only spend $1 billion on a TV show once, and then you're forced to go back to like low budget TV shows where it's just characters talking to each other, which is what I like and what Game of Thrones is for the most part. So I shouldn't be too worried about it. One of those shows, like there's a bunch that are coming out, is going to be a huge failure. It's just has to happen. And they're going to lose a lot of money. And they're going to be like, why did we do this again? And that'll be the end of it. Okay, I guess it's time. I have no idea how to get this. I'll figure it out. I'll Google it. How do you get this eel to come out? Oh, we came out. Well, let's just do it now then. How do you do it? Uh-oh. I wanted to talk a little bit about Lost, so maybe I could do that now. Uh-oh. Or maybe I'll just die. There's no air in here, right? Oh. Okay, did I say welcome back at the beginning? I hope so. I think next episode I'm just going to do 100 coins because I need to focus. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.